What's going on? What's going on? What's up? Uh, it's this thing working, y'all. It's me. It's your OG girlfriend. It's ᗷᗩEeᔕ. How are y'all doing tonight? How are y'all doing? I missed y'all so much. I really did. I'm so excited to be here. Now, life has been life and I have been busy, but I really wanted to start up the reviews, and instead of me just doing different shows and just dropping them, like I'm gonna just go live. We can chop it up, we can vibe, we can talk about it, we can get into it, and replay gang. They can just go ahead and catch the replay. So we're here today. Welcome, welcome, all of my bays, all of my girlfriends, all of my homeboys. I'm so happy for you to be here. So excited to be with y'all tonight. Y'all know the drill. Go ahead, kick them shoes off. Go ahead. You need to spark up. You need to get something to drink, whatever you need to do. Go ahead and get that because we're about to get into some things. Now, tonight, we're going to be talking about we're gonna go ahead and cover all of the little baddie shows, okay? So we will be covering Bad Boys DR. We will be covering Baddies Gone Wild, as well as Baddies Chapter 2. Okay. Now, y'all excuse me real quick. I had to get a sip of water. All right, so we're about to get into some things. I got a couple of clips that we're gonna be looking at. Obviously, gonna get my commentary. And yeah, I'm just excited to be here with y'all. Like, y'all don't understand. I've been so busy, y'all. So this is my way to get back with y'all. We can catch up and we'll just take it from there. So, with that being said, let's go ahead. I'm trying to see what I want to cover first, y'all, because I got some notes here. I got some clips here. Trying to see where I want to take it first. Let's go ahead and take it. Let's do Baddies Gone Wild first. Let's go ahead and get them out the way. All right. So, as y'all know, we're almost done with the seasons. As y'all know, the reunion is coming up. They've already filmed for the reunion. They've already filmed for Bad Boys and Baddies Gone Wild. So they have already filmed their reunions. The only one that's left is Baddies Chapter 2 that has to be filmed. And yo, they doing a lot. They are doing a lot. Now, let's get into it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Me personally, um, I like I like some of the girls on Baddies Gone Wild, and some of the girls on there I'm not really too fond of. I think all of us can say that. But I'm a little conflicted because some of the girls that I'm like, okay, I like her. They starting to do a little shady stuff. So let's just get into it. Now, this episode that we're talking about tonight is the previous one that just aired this past Sunday. It opens up with Tyson and Meek's fighting child. So, as y'all know, in the previous episode, the week before that, Meek called herself, getting into some things with Dava. She went in the ops room, handled what she needed to handle, but allegedly Tyson jumped in. So Meek kept stressing she wanted her fade, like rightfully so. And I think that's a big problem for me that I have for a lot of people is like it gets to a point where, if you do something, you gotta be able to stand on it. That's just period. It don't matter if you hit somebody, if you said somebody, if you plotted against somebody. You gotta stand on whatever it is that whatever it is that you do, whatever you said. And so a lot of people may look at it like Meeks was probably trying to look out in front of Natalie and Lola and all of this and that. I don't see it as that. I just feel like she get on that no matter who she be around. I think it's more like principles for her. And that's what I like about me. I do feel like, as the series did prolong, like you get to a point where it's like things I know is more that you can offer than fighting. You get what I'm saying? Like we see you'll get in there. We see that you're gonna do your big one. But aside from that, like what else can you bring to the franchise? And I like, but it's like it get to a point where I'm saying like, dang, that's all I can really say about people is that she fight. Like even in the clubs, she don't really like look current. She don't really look like she do her big one. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like just more laid back in the cut in the vibe. So for me, that's just how I felt. And for me personally, Tyson is little is you know what. So just for me personally, I felt like Tyson hung in there with me. And I like them both. So for me personally, it's just like I hate to have to see that and I hate to have to constantly see it, but they had to get their ones, day twos off. So respectfully, understood. Hello, Barry. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to the kickback. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're currently talking right now about baddies gone wild. We're gonna get into bad boys and baddies chapter 2 next. So if this is what you're here for, welcome in. Make yourself comfortable and I hope you enjoy. So back into the conversation. So long story short, Lola Brooke, Natalie, they're all having a conversation and talking to the girls. They're letting them know, hey, we're about to go zip lining, this, that, that, this. So Milani gets to the top, but I guess she gets like stage, or I said stage. She gets like a fear of heights, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm like that too. Like I don't really like to be over large bodies of water, up high on bridges. Like that's just me. Like I don't like stuff like that. So I try to avoid that as much as possible. No problem, baby. So I try not to, I understood when it was like, oh no. But you know what? Shout out to Minx because, she is a hefty girl and she still got on that zip line and she made sure she enjoyed herself just like the other girls. And that right there, let me see if I could put this up. I said I was dying laughing. I'm about to show y'all something. Yeah, I was dying laughing. So me, they zoomed in on her face when she was on that screen. Let me show y'all this. Look at this, y'all. Tell me they're not wrong for this. So this is what I'm talking about when I say they was on the zip line and when Means got on it, she was sliding. That weight was sliding her through the forest. It was slinging her through the trees. It was the Tarzan was running through the trees, how she was pushing through them. You get what I'm saying? But then it got to a point where she had got stuck in the water. You know how the zip line go to the water is supposed to slow you down. It's like she completely stopped. So, oh my God. I don't know why Zeus would do that. But look how they set up here and zoomed in on Meek's face. So Lauren was trolling and posted a picture of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, y'all. I'm screaming. And so it's like this is like the little petty stuff that they do that just takes me out because Like to be real, that was funny. I don't care what nobody says. If you real, you'll admit that that was funny. Yes, it was. So there was a little bit of that going on. Milani even gave her, her feedback. Oh, that's why I didn't go up there. Y'all know my girl Mink, she's a heftier girl. And, I already know I got a couple of pounds, so I ain't want to go up there and this, that, this. So, I don't know. I felt like she was being a little bit shady because Milani, she one of those ones, like, you got to watch her. Like, she cool as fuck, but she'll say little shady stuff out of her mouth. And if you don't peep what type of person she is, it'll be very easy for you to just, you know what I'm saying, miss some slick shit that she say. Because she does say a lot of like little slick stuff out of her mouth. And I don't like people like that. Like, if you going to say so, just say, man, my friend big as hell. I knew my friend was going to get stuck in that water. So, like, you're going to say, or not even say nothing at all. You're going to say, if that's your friend, like, why would you even want other people to be able to say that you said something about your friend? So that was a little weird to me, but I mean, it's Milani, so hey. Anyways, I definitely love Lola Brooke's energy with the girls. After the zip lining, the girls decided, they was gonna go to the club with Lola. She was like, no fighting, let's just go ahead, enjoy some drinks. Let's do our big one. We're just gonna enjoy each other. And pretty much that's exactly what the girls did. So they took some shots. The girls then went ahead. They got back to the house. Um, Before they get to the house, you know how the sprinters have the girls separated. So you got house A girls on one sprinter and house B girls on the other sprinter. And y'all know G Baby and Cutter K kind of act like they ain't no house, and Lulu. They act like they know house, but they pretty much be around house A. And then Leandra, like, House B done literally told her, like, stop coming around this. And she still come around them and they just let her. So it's like, she don't give a fuck what they say. Like, this shit is crazy, y'all. But House A Sprinter, they're basically making fun of Meeks, like how she was making noises going up the steps because she's a heavy set girl and, making fun of her getting stuck in the water and all of that. And I understand, like, everybody has something that they talk about. Like, they literally was making fun of Lauren saying that, she was staying between her legs. So I can understand like why she wouldn't care about what she's saying about Minx because like this girl literally like keep bringing up that she's funky between her legs. So, but as far as the other girls, like it kind of made me feel some type of way because when they were like making jokes, Dava and Lauren, which is justified. I feel some type of way because you can hear Cutter K in the back talk about some. She know about all the new Debbie Cakes, like throwing a joke in. But it's like you scary as fuck. After Becky ran you up and through there, like you completely like fell into dust. Like we don't know nothing else about you. Like if it wasn't for the girls trying to get you out, you was willing to style them and stay home. They had to persuade you to still come out. Like girl, you let somebody beat your soul out of you. So it's like for you to sit up here just because you're in company of people that you know are not gonna put their hands on you and you're gonna say something when you know if you was around Meeks and Becky and all of them, you wouldn't say that. Like I didn't like that at all. And that's what I'm saying. I can understand a lot why some of these girls be like, oh, so and so is fake or this or that. It's definitely understandable because it really are like there really do be females that are just they messy. Or they'll sit up here, they play innocent, and then next thing you know, let them get around certain people, they show their true colors. So I noticed that, and I really didn't care for that, but I mean, it is what it is. Um, anyway, going forward, Alana on House B Sprinter, she's talking about how she was assaulted. Girl, your dykeness just came out, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You could do a little rock paper scissors back in the day, you know. So I'm not judging. I'm just saying, don't sit up here and make it seem like the alcohol just had you so gone because I don't know for somebody that that's being told that they did a lot of stuff that they said they don't remember. Like her reaction didn't seem like surprise. It didn't seem shocked. Like it seemed like, oh, I don't remember none of that. Like it just wasn't believable to me. You get what I'm saying? So, long story short, the girls end up getting to the house, and they call a scene between Dava and Alana. So, in this scene, this pretty much touches on like what I was just talking about with y'all when I said, oh, Java and Alana like let her little dyke just come out. And she was literally on the episode before that, like feeling on Java. Literally everybody is fighting everybody in House A that's in House B. So the fact like Minx, Becky, all of them, Milani supposed to be your girl, you ride or die. So you know what I'm saying? It was getting weird. Like how you rubbing on somebody but that we all beefing with. But they kind of played it smooth. So I don't know if that's her reason for wanting to say, "Oh, I was drunk" or this or that. But it was given very. I don't know. It just gets fake, and I think she knew that she got caught, and I think because she knew she got caught, that's the reason why she decided to had to sit down with Dava to try to like dispel what happened. So anyway, going forward. Like I said, I feel like Alana didn't seem genuine with what she said. Said she don't remember what happened last night. And so her and Dava discussed the Milani, situation between Milani and Dava, and Dava is expressing like, I don't have no problem with you. You wanted to fight me for Milani, and Dava is like trying to get Elena to understand like me and you don't have the issue. If you wanted that fade for your friend, okay, cool, that's that. But aside from that, me and you don't have a problem. What's up, Lady T? So it was like, we don't have a problem. So it's like, yeah, I understand you jumping in for your friend because she said her arm hurt, but I'm messed up too. My knee messed up, my shoulder messed up, and I'm still getting in the paint. So the fact that me and you don't have a problem and you trying to fight me for Milani, like, that's not cool. So then Elena is like steady stressing like the reason why she feel the way she feel. And you can just tell like Elena just really wanted like a moment. And I liked it her too, but now it's just kind of giving like you just going along with some shit. You get what I'm saying? I really did like her in the beginning. I like how she get in the paint, she funny a little bit, she chill, she laid back, she know how to turn up. But it's like now like why lie and say that you messed up that girl makeup and stuff and you know you didn't mess up that girl makeup? So it's stuff like that that just kind of make me like side eye and question like, what's your intentions when you doing stuff like that? Because they literally recorded when Minx had took the girl's stuff and poured her stuff out and everything. So it just like little stuff like that that I just don't understand and I don't get. And maybe it's not for me to understand and get, but it was just like for you to lie and say that, and then I don't know if she thought Dava wasn't gonna need that, but Dava said she needed that, and so they end up getting in a windmill, oscillated fan hand movement. Child, I ain't never seen like even toddlers connect after a while. Child, they was just swinging, no hits connecting. Then it got to the point where they squabbled, they squared up again. Nava clocked Lena in the eye. They broke that up real quick. I was like, this is the sorriest ass fight ever. Like, I don't know if they really ain't want to fight or what was going on, but it was weird to see. But you could tell Elena was upset because Dava did clock her ass in that album. I'm talking, and you could see now that first swing. If y'all know, y'all know. When they first squared up and Dava swung and Elena dodged that bitch, I said, "Ooh wee! If Elena would not have dodged that first swing, I'm telling you, Dava probably would have knocked her head off. I need to go lie because at this point, it's just like I don't know, y'all. I was just like, it's ridiculous because now it does look like they chasing storylines. And one thing that kind of pissed me off is like us as women, we gotta stop this misgendering thing. Like when we know another woman is another woman, like it's enough going on out here with people that's fighting for their sexual identity or what they want to be identified as. So the worst thing you can do as a woman to insult another woman is like to insult like her gender. And that pissed me off because after Elena didn't get to Dava no more after Dava had called her, and I'm not really fond of Dava, y'all. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not being biased at all. I don't really care for Dava's character, but at the same time, it's like if somebody is right in a situation, I'm gonna be real, they right. If somebody is wrong in a situation, like I'm gonna be real, they wrong. And Dava clocked her ass and she said she was with pain, she was good, she ain't want no more. And Elena, instead of just okay, I'm gonna catch her on the next time or whatever, she just started calling out, oh, I was feeling um child, what can I say? Because you know how this YouTube get. Child, she was playing with bat and balls, okay? Bat and balls, okay? She was giving baseball tees, is what she was saying that was going on. So I was like, why eventually, like, why always does it lead to assault a woman like that? And I was like, that's messed up because they just saw Elena for being a gym girly and not having the ideal feminine shape like her friend Milani. So it was like for her to do that and say that about Dava, I just didn't like that. Like, that's Mink's thing. Mink say that. So it's like you saying stuff your homegirl said, like, this your time to shine. This your time to be authentic. Like, have your own catchphrases. Say your own shit. You get what I'm saying? So it was like a little weird for me because I'm like, girl, you repeating somebody else shit, but they say the same thing about you. So I didn't get it. But they ended up having their fade or whatever like that. Dava ended up going up to the room. She telling, I think it was Tyson what was going on. Lena then went back to the room. She telling them what's going on. It's child. When I tell y'all, like it's nothing of importance. It's like they're doing something one day to lead to the storyline for the next day. None of these storylines really make sense for real. Um, yeah, you can just tell like everybody trying to make sure they can come back another season or catch another show or something because none of it really makes sense. Now the girls get ready for the club and they all get dressed to slide. It's a mashup. The bad boys at the club too. Natalie and Lola, they performing. Everyone enjoying themselves. Then here go Elena and she done threw fucking alcohol. The alcohol, I guess, was intended to hit Dava, but I guess it ended up hitting Lauren. Oh Lord. Lauren done sparked off. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Yo, Lulu was beating up Sam though. So the fact that I'm trying to find a nice way to say this. Y'all, the fact that this girl done had to spark off on Sam and does not Sam is shaped like Oliver off of Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? Real slanky and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just be Even like how she be doing her shoulders, where she winding her shoulders up to fight. Like it's like, girl, what is that? So y'all, the fact Lauren had this bark off on her ass and hit her like Thor hammer. So Lord, Stan, why would you even do that? Why would you even buck up at Lauren like you was about to do something? Becky end up throwing liquor and gets in Tyson eye. And this is something that really made me feel bad because I'm like, damn, Tyson getting so much stuff behind other people's shit. And it's not even stuff that she calls. Like even the fights that she get in, she jump in other people's fights to be a good friend or to be a good supporter, or just to show that she's loyal and she a rider. And it's sad because it really is like at least it was like Lulu, Dava, Lauren, and Tyson at first, but shit, even Lulu don't feel that like I'm gonna keep fighting these bitches. So now it's just Dava is Lauren and it's Tyson. And for some time, Dava wasn't fighting either. So it's kind of like Dava and Lulu done tag teamed each other or they done, tag you in because it's ridiculous how like nobody really want to sit up here and they want to run an actual thing. So I don't know. I don't understand y'all. It's just for me, I feel some type of way because I'm like, if I was Tyson, like them hoes can be around me. Like, how many of y'all feel the same way? If I keep getting into it with somebody, I'm not saying y'all owe me no loyalty, but if y'all hang around me, y'all kick it with me, y'all kiki with me, y'all see these hoes at me, like, I ain't telling y'all to sit up here and fight, but y'all hoes don't even be trying to break that shit up. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, when they do shit to y'all, y'all don't even, y'all just let them hoes do stuff to y'all. Like, so, like, be real. I understand where Lauren and Tyson and them, how they feel about the other girls that still hang around them, but don't do nothing when all of them getting into it. And like I say, it's kind of like an in between because it's like it's giving. I don't owe nobody loyalty, but then it's like if you feel that way, why the fuck you around me every day? Like, do that make sense? Like, why are you around me every day? Y'all eating around me. We done got motherfucking little tattoos and shit. That's why I see why Tyson ain't want to get them tattoos on that one episode with them. Because it's still the same thing. Like, look at what's going on. So I feel so bad for Tyson because it's like every time she end up getting messed up or she end up getting in certain fights where she don't get the best of the situation, it don't never be behind something she has said or did to somebody else. It's her taking up for somebody else or her trying to be solid and right for someone else. So I be feeling so bad for Tyson because I'm like, dang, she constantly going through it. So anyway, Dalvin ends up exiting the club and she decides to sit in the printer. And I'm like, couldn't be me. Ain't no bitch running me from nowhere. Straight up. Straight straight I might go quiet. That brain might to go brainiac mode. And the whole time I might be over there in brainiac mode quiet, just vibing. And you probably thinking it's a whole nother situation, baby, but I'm never gonna let nobody run me up out of nothing. Nowhere. Period. So the fact that, after they did that, she left. It was like, girl, I wouldn't them hoes would have been upset all night. I would have you ain't gonna if me being in here is gonna upset your night, I'm staying here. Especially if you saying that you've been professional and this and that. And I understand that somebody throwing something on you unexpectedly, but if you already know, that's why I keep saying like they keep acting like when these girls do something to them, it's so unexpected, or when these girls do something to them, like, oh, you're not supposed to do this. Y'all literally watch the episodes before y'all got on here. Y'all know people don't listen to rules. Y'all know people don't be. So for me, it just don't make sense because I'm like, I don't know, y'all. To me, it just don't make sense. It really don't make sense to me. So anyway, Natalie, I'm gonna tell y'all this is what listen. I was screaming right because while the girls is fighting, looking at each other. Poor Tyson, she trying to get it out her eye. Dalvin done exited. The other girls, they doing the most. They talking shit. You hear Natalie drunk ass in the back saying, "Shut up, shut up." DJ, turn the fucking music up. I said, "Oh my god, it's giving Tommy Lee vibes." I was screaming. I was hollering. I said, Natalie don't give a fuck what's going on. She knows she about to get paid. She don't care. She done told these girls to shut up. They still talking shit. She done told the DJ to turn the music back up. The girls go on. They finish enjoying their night, and then they leave the club. Now, this is what pissed me off. Y'all, I do not like G Baby. Yeah, Baby Tyson is sweet. She is a sweet girl. You can tell that she's like very loyal too. Like you can tell like if she fought with you, like she really fought with you. I fought with that. Like I like that about her. Like you can tell she's her own person too. So I really like that. Um but G Baby, I do not like G Baby at all. She is fake as fuck. She said, because they on the sprinter at this point, right? Because they don't let the club. So they're on the sprinter. G Baby, fake as fuck, saying, "Oh, I don't give a fuck about anything that they have going on. I just want to have shake my ass and have a good time." But this is the same one that when all of them was together a few episodes back. Oh, I'm House A. I'm House A. When Becky asked her what house she is, oh, I'm neutral. I'm House God. Like you get what I'm saying? So it's like, girl, when you around Lauren and Tyson and all of them, like you acting like you ride or die. Then when you get around the other house, you act like you neutral. And then you get in your confessionals, girl, and you talking like slowly as fuck. Like she's fake as fuck. I do not like you, baby. Like I'm so glad Becky beat her ass. I wish Becky wouldn't have beat her that bad. And Becky ain't even do her in how we see she could have do her in. Cause look how she did cut a K. So for me, it's just like, girl, like, mm-mm. So long story short, she's fake. She too fake. She phony. So the girls on the sprinter, they plotting and discussing what happened and what they plan to do because you know everybody was going looking and stuff in the club. So Lauren and Dalva, they're on their sprinter and they're mad and they talking shit, saying like they don't want nobody talking to them and this and that because they know that they gotta fight by themselves. And you know, they pretty much mad at the other girls on the bus, like they never do nothing. Like even when they was in there throwing the alcohol, like nobody even tried to throw anything back. Nobody tried to say nothing. So it was just giving like really weird, like damn, like y'all stay want to be in our face. Y'all sleep in the same room as us. Y'all do all of this. Bitches had so much to say when they was on the sprinter earlier, talking about meats getting stuck in the water. Talk about dedicate snacks and laughing and kiki and this, this. But now they know they about to go back to the house because they was throwing liquor in the house and now everybody quiet because they don't want nobody to ask them for help. And I can understand why they was frustrated. But Lulu made a point like she don't feel like anybody needs to owe Lauren loyalty because that's true. Like when some of them was fighting that phase, Lauren ain't take their phase. Now don't get it wrong. Remember when that girl had swung on Lulu outside of that club when they left, Lauren sparked off on that girl. So I mean Lulu, like that's kind of fake as fuck of you too, because like if you don't really fuck with Lauren them like that too, like don't hang around them. Like I feel like all the girls that didn't want to have to fight and didn't want to be into it, they literally could have formed their own house because none of them wanted to fight. All of them wanted to stay out of this shit, and they only wanted to be cool with the girls that they knew didn't beat them up already. And shit, if y'all clique was just gonna be three, four females, y'all would have been straight. At least y'all would have, everybody would have knew y'all don't want to fight. But to sit up here and sit up under other people, knowing that you're scared and you don't want to fight, like that's weird. So, long story short, Lauren ends up like emphasizing like all the girls want to do is fight. Like they don't want to network. They don't want to try to, build off of the opportunities in front of them. And that was some real ass shit that she said. That was real because again, like Minx, I would love to see what Minx had to bring to the table a lot more than just her being a big girl that know how to fight and throw down. And it's already bad that a lot of people is already like making comments about her for being overweight and missing a tooth. But you feel me? My whole emphasis was people really can't say nothing about her tooth because shit, Chris Sean got her tooth knocked out being on a reality show, and she walk around for free, had money to get her shit fixed, had replacement teeth, and still chose to walk around and get on baddies with no tooth. So like that double standard shit right there is weird to me. Like, okay, y'all really saying something because she a bigger girl and she don't fit that static of which y'all feel like she should look like. And that's why me as a woman, like it bothered me because I don't care if you skinny, if you curvy like me, if you are a big girl, if you are a girl that's like, you ain't got the best shape, if you ain't got, big breasts, big butt, whatever. Like as women, we come all shapes and sizes. So the beautiful thing about us being women is we're all unique. And once we learn to embrace whatever it is that make us unique and live in our truth, hey, one thing I know, a nigga gonna fuck with you if he fuck with you, okay? I can tell you that. I have seen some females that I would be like, now why is, you know what I'm saying? We done been judgmental before. Don't nobody lie. It done been a couple of us where we done seen somebody with somebody and we trying to figure out how that pair ended up matching. So we not gonna lie and act like, we done seen some, looking like number 10s out here. Some real skinny, some real big. We done seen the girls that look like, they lift the weights and the man fold the towels, okay? Hey, babe. Oh, my baby here. Shout out to my forever babe. Joy. Welcome in, baby. But you get what I'm saying? It's a lot of, and shout out to everybody that's in the building. I thank y'all for coming through. Like I said, I just wanted to pop in and kick back with y'all a little bit. Thank everyone that's in the chat tonight. I thank all of you. So we about to wrap this part up so we can get into Bad Boys and then chapter two. Cause I don't want to hold y'all up too not too long, but I want to make sure we can chop this shit up together. Now, the next thing that kind of went on, um, remember I told y'all Milani is real sneaky. Remember I told y'all that like she had qualities of being a good friend, but she one of those people like after a while, like she say little slick shit out her mouth. Like you gotta watch her. Like she's shady. Like you get what I'm saying? She one of the ones you gotta like, bitch, don't play with me like that. You gotta be like that with her off the rip. So from any point forward after that, if she say something, you know where it's coming from. Like Milani gives that. So it just kind of irritated me a little bit because I was like, okay, she talking about, oh, y'all know I always gotta, y'all know what I'm doing over here. Snoop Dogg cousin. Not in real life. I'm just talking about when it's Chief game. Hold on, y'all, real quick. Hold on. I needed me some agua. Lord, I be telling y'all them Wiz Khalifa rolls and them Lil Wayne studio lighters. So I'm kicking back. Y'all kicking back with me. Y'all enjoying yourself. Let me know. Let me know. Now, y'all, let's go ahead and get into the rest of this so we can go ahead to the next subject. So, long story short, the girls end up pulling up first. House B. House A end up pulling up behind them. The girls is hiding, like, it's on some childish shit for real. And I don't know if they was drunk and just wanted to be childish or what it was. But when I say it was childish, like, I don't know how they felt like it was funny. But it was like, yeah, on some real shit. Like, y'all just wanted that or whatever the case may be. Y'all could have just been was standing there, as soon as they walked up. Like, I would have built the whole line across, like, until y'all go through us and nobody go to their room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been respected more than anything. Oh, Lord, we finna get into bad boys soon. Not Team Pootie. Pootie ass is something else. Poor Pootie. We gonna get into that soon, y'all. Listen, when I tell y'all, Lauren the first one to walk up, so they throwing water. So she tells, "Oh, y'all trying to jump me?" That's her thing. Like, she swear that they want to jump her. You get what I'm saying? So she's stressing. They trying to jump her. She done stands down. She done walked down. She walking all down the street. Mind you, they're in a different country. This is the problem for people with me. We are not like you don't have the same rights you have in America everywhere else. That's why a lot of other countries don't like people from America. People over here go to other places and do shit and think that people supposed to tolerate it. That's not the case. This girl is walking in people's yards, running in people's yards. What if those people just could shoot your ass just because you in their yard? What if somebody was prejudiced? You get what I'm saying? So it was like I was I was just kind of like, girl, like that's dangerous. But you put all them people in a position. Like, what if the people don't speak no English, don't know what's going on? They see a black girl and a whole bunch of big ass black men and like skin men running after her. Like, girl, you don't know what them people think. They might want to shoot all y'all ass. They don't know y'all trying to set them up. They set up queens over there in DR now. They got some set up queens over there and they be robbing shit, okay? Child, when I tell you, I had to hit this one time. I had a flashback, y'all. I had to hit this one time, my bad. But anyway, long story short, she ended up having a tantrum. So she ended up getting a hotel room for the night. All right. Now here go pussy ass G baby. She walking past both the houses to go to her room. So she clearly showing both of them like she's showing how B I ain't in this shit. But she clearly showing house A like I'm never gonna help y'all. Like y'all on y'all own. And I think at that moment somebody should have grabbed that hoe from the back of her head. Oh my god. They should have grabbed her from the back of her head and told her ass. Cause ain't no way. Like, girl, you just gonna be that disrespectful. You see these girls is doing this stuff. None of us clearly know what's going on. So you just gonna ease your way back after we just sit up here and expressed on the bus. Like we know we shouldn't have to fight these girls. We don't know what it is that we might have to do. And you just clearly showing like you don't give a fuck what we got going on. Somebody should have reached out and touched. Y'all remember that? Don't tell somebody hand touch that hoe. They should have reached out and touched that hoe. Each one teach one her, okay? Because ain't no way you gonna sit up here after we just expressed this and then you see they doing some weird shit. None of us know what they on. And you just gonna walk past, okay, cool. She would have got her ass toe up for me and mine. Who, who? All right. She don't. And she pussy and I don't like that. Becky tore her ass up. Becky tore her and Cutter K up. They ain't been right since. They might need therapy for real. They might they might qualify. See, I like a bitch that know how to qualify a bitch for Social Security. They're my type of bitches. Whether it's beating a bitch up causing the bitch, I don't condone no bullying. Let me stop because I don't condone no bullying, no harassment, none of that. I'm just saying when it comes down to it, if somebody doing something to you, you gotta defend yourself. And if you got the capability of qualifying somebody for Social Security benefits, I understand. I too got the ability to qualify people for Social Security benefits. Good disability check. So you could go from normal to disabled real quick. And I felt like she didn't cause them physical, disability, but mental, absolutely. Absolutely. Cutter ain't been right ever since that whip it. G baby completely went back. I don't know if she mixed or what she is, but if she is mixed, she completely went to the whole other side, child. She wet her hair and flip it and smile and play nice in everybody's face and talk shit behind everybody's back. So I don't really care for her. Anyway, the girls end up breaking Dalva's shoes, and Nas was skinny toothpick scary ass. I don't. This is what I'm saying. People that's like that, like you're not like that in real life. Just shut the fuck up. They already accept you and let you be around them. Like, so no, break it in front of her. No, break it in front of her. Somebody need to break Nas ass in front of everybody because that shit pissed me off so bad, y'all. I'm like, Nas, shut the fuck up. Cause you can't even fight. You let them sit up there and send you out there with Mimi and Mimi play tic tac toe on your goddamn face with her fist, girl. One hand was up by your eye. It was an X on your nose, and it was another it was another circle on your chin where her other fist left. Like, girl, please, is you cool? So they end up breaking Darva's shoe, and Tyson go and check on Dava. And this is why I say I really do like Tyson because Tyson showed that she really is a good friend. You get what I'm saying? Like how she went out there, she told Dava that she was gonna be with her. She was like, Tyson tired, but I ain't gonna let nobody do nothing to you. So that's why for me, I was just more so like, dang, Tyson really is a good person, and I feel like she deserved a lot more flowers than what people gave her. Like I don't know her from down as TV, so this is my first time even getting to know her as a reality personality. So I don't know. I look at small stuff like that, and with me seeing like how she embraces, she's the smallest one out of everybody, y'all. So it's the fact that she the smallest one out of everybody, and she got the biggest heart. She'll stand behind those that she really rock with. Like that say a lot. So I really enjoyed seeing that part of her and that compassion that she had, and just having empathy for someone else, like understanding, like, yeah, everybody ain't gonna be mentally strong as some people. Everybody can't tolerate certain stuff. Some people done been through shit. Shit could be triggering their trauma, anything. You get what I'm saying? So just the fact that she knew just being there and consoling her in that moment was all that she can offer, and she was willing to do that. Like I really enjoyed that. So I love that part of the scene. So they always did. Oh yeah, they talked about feeling fond of the other girls that they built bonds with that never helped, and that kind of touched on, like I said, the G baby, the Cutter K, and all of that. So anyway, house be in their night together. They enjoying each other in the room. G baby Pistache go to her room and get in her bed. Again in her confessional being fake, talking shit yet again. And y'all, Leandra had the audacity to go in the room in the confessional room, y'all, and say she the smartest one out of everybody because she's the least hurt out of everyone. Yeah. I can't wait to see this reunion because they said somebody told her ass up. I want to see who got her. Because they kept trying to spare her because they knew she wasn't fighting. I don't know who she was messing with because she stayed missing. But for her to stay missing and stay on the show the whole time, she was doing something strange for a piece of change. I don't care what nobody say. So anyway, y'all, that's the end of that episode. And like I said, I'm so late with these reviews. I didn't even drop the shows, y'all. Those are in the archives. I might put that on the Patreon. I will be updating y'all about the Patreon later. But I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the archives. I did the live for y'all. I did the live for y'all. So now y'all ready to get into Bad Boys? Y'all ready to get into Bad Boys? Let me pull this stuff up for Bad Boys, y'all. I got some clips for us. Okay, we gonna get into some things. Okay, y'all bear with me real quick. Y'all bear with me real quick. Mm, 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 mm. Child, glad I looked at that. Child, glad I looked at that. Ooh wee. Oh wee, I'm glad I looked at that. Hold on, real quick, child, fix it. Be a shield. Mm, mm. Oh, oh. Y'all want to see what I see? Can you see what I see? Let me go ahead and put this up here. Oh, oh. Can y'all see this? Or do I need to make it bigger? Just let me know. Do I need to make it bigger? Let me know. Just in case. There you go. Okay. Sure, ain't know nothing about this. Oh, wow. Y'all see that? So Landon had a post where he said, this the I'm supposed to be scared of. See y'all next week. Let's see who took that W. Child. What y'all think? Because I don't know. Landon was acting kind of scared. Landon from Florida, so I be trying to love my Floridians down too. No shade. But Landon was acting like he was a little. I don't know. I don't want to say scared, but I felt like he was very cautious because he felt like Banga had a weapon when Pootie jaw got broke. And it was just like a lot of people thought like when he came back, he was just instantly gonna get on that. But I don't know. It wasn't that. So let's get into it. So Landon actually enters the episode saying him and Pootie got into it on each other's phone, and he was gonna go back to the house that day. And this is something that really does bother me because I don't care what your sexuality is, what your gender is, your age group. Domestic violence is not okay. And I don't know their relationship, so I can't speak on that. I don't know, what they have gone through with each other. But I always hope that people that go through situations like this either can have enough time apart from one another to appreciate one another and to have some type of maturity and growth to have those conversations if they're both actively doing it to each other. Like if it's not just like one person just beating down on that person. One person just doing that, child, you need to lead them. They're not gonna change. That's I'm talking about two people that's gonna go blow for blow. Like you got me effed up. Like they both equally toxic. They both gonna take it there. Like they both is it's not one person just doing it. It could be either or. Like she might just get mad at you one day, spark off on your ass. He get mad at him one day, he just spark off on his ass. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when it gets to that point where y'all love each other, but it's toxic, and they're still young. They're very, very young. And you see some unhealed trauma there. You see some things there, and until people ready to deal with what they're ready to deal with at their timing, you can always encourage, but it never helps to judge, and it never really helps to point fingers because at the end of the day, it's kind of like you don't know what that person has gone through. We see a lot of bad stuff. Like they literally, and this is why I say it's dangerous for me because we literally just seen Pootie Jaw got broke, y'all, and this boy Jaw getting broke. He healing. He just had to have surgery in a whole different country. They fucking up other people on the cast at that. This shit don't make it no better. And then they sitting up here fighting. Like they're literally fighting with this boy jaw broke. Come on, y'all. This is not okay. And this is what I'm saying. Like, we know that they had a moments where little stuff happens and they get back together and this and that. But I mean, it's at a point now where it's like they have to they have to do what's best for them as men individually. And if their love is for real and if it's serious, they can come back. But for me, y'all, like that just upset me so much to know like that's how the episode start up. We literally hearing that this man done got cut up with glass and all types of stuff. Yeah, like what happened to Pootie on here, like that's what I'm saying. A lot of people say now this TV is more reckless than Zeus. Zeus has better production, better security, a lot of things I would say they have way better than now there's TV. So it's like some of the injuries that these people be getting on Zeus is like crazy because it's like I'm just looking at like as far as his sexuality go, like what a large part. We all know what men like. I don't give a fuck what your sexuality is. Men love fellatio. You get what I'm saying? Like that can alter your confidence and your intimacy with your partner and everything. So it's like that's so sad. And right, babe, 9 times out of 10 is not gonna work out when it gets to that point, and they need to go their separate ways because nothing good gonna come out of it. You're right because at the end of the day, I don't know, y'all. It's just that just upset me so much. Like it's like they advertising it. And I didn't like how, that was the first thing that they came on with. Like, we know it's young people watching Zeus, whether they should be watching it or not. We know it's people that are young, but by law, they technically legally grown. They're watching this. We're in a generation where a lot of people are comfortable with their sexualities, rightfully so. They should be. So, what does this give to all the young men in their respective communities, whether it's in the gay community, whether if it's in the bisexual community, pansexual community. Like you get what I'm saying? Because all of those, the straight community, all of those sexualities exist on this season. So what does that portray? Like, you get what I'm saying? And I felt like that was the situation that they could have brought more emphasis on. Like, during this time, Pootie and Landon, they experienced some things. So, they just, you get what I'm saying? And rightfully so, it's not really Zeus' responsibility to dress it up, especially if Landon was, telling what was going on that led to it. But I feel like that's where production could come in and they could allow certain things to have some type of exclusivity, like especially while that boy is recovering from that injury. So that was just, I don't know, that upset me out. But going forward, Paris, y'all, I love Paris down to the ground. I get that from my girl Voodoo Doll. Y'all watch Voodoo Doll TV? The Dollhouse TV reacts. That's my girl. I love it down. Love it down. But she be eating that shit up down to the ground. You feel me? I love Paris down to the ground. Y'all, when I tell y'all Paris came back in there with that slinky arm, it's this man I used to know. That sound crazy already, though. That it's this man I used to know. Mm-mm-mm. I be having to watch what I gotta say, y'all. I'm about to say it's this man I used to know who was about as long as Paris' arm was hanging the child. Anyway, excuse me. But anyway, y'all ain't hear that from me. Um, but he was saying that he had to say goodbye. His arm had become more injured than it was after the fight. He said the hospital pretty much didn't align his arm like they were supposed to, and when they pushed it back, basically it was breaking bones all in his shoulder blade. So unfortunately, he had to make his exit, and he was talking to Jada and Island Boy. And I just love the fact how Island Boy and Jada was able to resolve their beef, and they ended up being cool. Like, I know that brought joy to Paris because he cared about both of them. He was really upset about them fighting, so I know he was very happy to see like him just leaving. His two friends making amends. Hanging out. I know that brought him joy. And long story short, Island Boy was, oh, you did your big one. And I'm like, I don't really know which big one Paris did. Like, he was definitely turned. He was definitely a sweetheart. He was vibes. He wasn't really messy or in anything. And, he did fight even though they pushed the battery in his back. And that's what led to his injury. But other than that, I think his presence was appreciated, but I don't know what big one he did. But I definitely enjoyed Paris' presence, and I love seeing him on TV, and I would love to see him on TV plenty more times. Okay, so he basically said, he about to leave to go back to the United States to get his medical attention for Isla Floyd and Jada. They hugged him. They said their goodbyes to see him out, and then Paris said he says while he's on the way leaving, "Oh, you think he too fragile for this show?" I think that's because we used to what we saw on Bobby Lights. He was turned. He was turned on Bobby Lights show. But he is a little older now. And then when he was fighting Jada, when he tore that leg up, man, he wanted to sit his ass down. I think that helped. Like, he realized real quick, for one, I'm not as young as I used to be. These niggas is fighting. This that gas system. My bad, y'all. Okay, it's just taking my little voice. Y'all, when I tell you, oh, Bobby is off the chain. Oh, I see why Trina used to act how she act with him. Because he got money and acted exactly like how she probably was treating him. Like, Anyway, child, 'cause Bobby is something else. Allegedly, that's Scotty is the beard and was the surrogate for Bobby. And let me shut up because they've been a flag this and I be in trouble. I was just playing. I ain't even gonna say allegedly. I take that back. Don't flag me, sis. Don't do it, man. Don't do it, Bobby. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. So Paris ends up going down. He sees Seth, and he talks to him, and Seth expresses, he wanted to leave, and he was calling some of the boys fake and just speaking about his mental state. And I don't know why Stacey's calling the boys fake because he ain't been himself the whole entire time. And this little scene exposes that because, like, bro, you didn't have to say it. We can see it. Like, like you wasn't even one of those ones like where we like, oh, I can't tell. Like we assumed off rip, and we assumed that you was the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like your hand movements and everything. It's like you never know these days. You never know, you know, who's doing what because some of y'all uncles that was in the pen that came home and swole as fuck and could knock a nigga out in one hit was bent over for somebody else, baby daddy. So, that's why I don't try to place judgment or say anything. But it's like says we kind of when you first like you we was more shocked when you said that you wasn't gay. That's what we was more shocked about. You said you was straight. We was like, what? Wait a what? I just knew my ears was going bad. I thought I might need to go ahead and have my annual checkup for my ears, y'all. Oh Lord, the nanotechnology done got to me, Lord. What's going on? What's hearing stuff? I thought I know I ain't here, y'all. So anyway, Stace end up, telling him, pulling Paris to the side briefly and basically was telling him like him and Jada was building a relationship and pretty much he was catching feelings. And Paris was like, he loved that for Stacey and Jada because what would anybody think? And I completely agree with what Paris says. Like, I think it's so weird for people to judge people off of what they like, especially if they're expressing it publicly. Because ain't that the main reason why everybody talks shit about people that don't come out about their sexuality? I'm a woman, don't get me wrong. 'Cause I don't condone no DL shit because that affects women like me. It affects, women, the ones that give birth to the kids. It affects us. So to transgender women or men that like to deal with DL men, that's fine if that's your preference and y'all don't mind being quiet to have a man on the side or whatever the case may be. That's cool, and that's not all transgender people, and that's not all gay men. So I'm not making that like a broad statement for all of them. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is for the people that do like to mess with DL men, knowing that these men are DL, and knowing that these men be nasty, knowing that they not just mess with you, they be messing with other men too, they homeboys. Y'all be ready to fight them because y'all know they messing with they homeboys. But all together ain't saying nothing to the baby mama because y'all want to keep having the dick. So it's nasty out here. But it's people that will sit up here and judge people for what they like and what their sexuality is. And that's why some people want to keep shit to themselves because, like, bitch, you ain't finna judge me. You ain't finna talk about me. That's how some people feel. And they have some people out here that don't care what nobody fucking say or how they feel. Period. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you feel. This is me. This is how I am. And they live in their truth. I can respect somebody that can live in their truth no matter what they face against. It's the people that hide it. And that goes for men and women. Women that sit up here, if women just don't like women and women just don't like men, it's some women that like what the fuck they like. They pansexual. They other whatever sexuals is out here. Y'all sit up here and talk shit about those women, but those the women that's gonna be with the men that y'all say y'all don't want to be with because y'all want heterosexual men. So now you're gonna make the woman that will accept that man feel bad and then make him feel bad when they could just be with each other and then boom, perfect. Now you ain't got to worry about him and the nigga ain't got to worry about us. So it's getting weird because if you just allow people to be who they are as long as they're not pressing nothing on nobody else, a lot of this shit wouldn't be an issue. And unfortunately, I understand why Sage probably didn't want to just on this large platform. It might be different in your little city and your little circle. Your people know about you, or people that you grew up with, whatever. But being broadcasted to millions of people, that might be a little bit more difficult. We could tell he's clearly uncomfortable still with his sexuality. He couldn't even, when he was on his confessional, he couldn't even open up and verbalize completely, like, I don't care if it's a man or a woman, I don't look at the gender, I just like what I like. You're pansexual, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're transsexual, if you're a woman, if you're a man, if you're non-binary, if you're a trans man, he basically said he don't give a fuck. He like what he like. He don't want to put no label on his sexuality. But baby, in this day and age, you got to, because you can't sit up here and say that you don't like, that you're not one thing. Yeah, okay, if that's true. If you're not gay, you're pansexual. But gay is in that. So if somebody is asking you that because they want to know before they deal with you what your preference is, you have to be honest with them. But then when you have people that'll sit up here and they'll make you feel bad for what you like, or they'll judge you, or sit up here and make you feel uncomfortable about your preferences, then that's also why you got DL people. So I mean, it has to be responsibility on both sides. People just need to live their truth and accept it, and people need to mind their motherfucking business and shut the fuck up and let people live their life. Look how easy that'll be. Problem solved. That easy. Yes, celibacy is anybody best bet. If you're not in a, even if you at this point in the day, you could be in a relationship now, and you still got to be worried sometimes if you ain't locked in with your partner and you and your partner ain't. You get what I'm saying? You and your partner on the same thing. You don't have to worry about that. But you know, it gets to a point where people got to worry about their partners too. Exactly. Exactly. All right. Y'all right. I'm with y'all when y'all right. So it's like that's why I don't understand. Like just because you don't understand somebody else's way of thinking and this and that, it's that's why they're saying there's always somebody out here for somebody. You get what I'm saying for shit like that. But when you got people that always want to pass judgment and be having their own motherfucking skeletons and secrets and this and that that they don't want to be let out the closet. Bitch, how can you shame me for the skeletons I drug out my own closet? Bitch, I'm clearing space out for some shit that do need to be in there, not no shit I'm hiding. You get what I'm saying? So, me watching this show, it allows me, especially like I said, with me having family members, friends, best friends, people that I network with, mentors, mentees, things of that nature. Them also, a lot of them being part of the community, especially the gay community, it helps me to understand and respect them a little bit more too, because again, a lot of times we see how they interact when they're around other women or when they're on social media, but to actually see how these women act around each other if they're influenced, or to see who's the alpha male or who don't give a fuck. Like Corey don't care what nobody say. We see this nigga be dressed up. Y'all, let me show y'all something. I'm gonna flash y'all real quick. Y'all want me to flash y'all? Not y'all ready to get flashed? Y'all freaky. I'm gonna get y'all. Y'all up here being freaky with me. Babes. Look, y'all see Corey real quick. We gonna get back to that. Let me cover that up. Listen, y'all saw Corey slide behind that little mini skirt with that little Powerpuff 70s thin ass tank top. Child. Exactly. So I was reading the comments real quick, y'all. But yeah, so let me finish just finishing this up. So says, like I said, he attempts to come out, but you can still tell he's uncomfortable with his sexuality stuff somewhat. Paris does his goodbye. I really enjoyed him on the season. I would love to see him in other things. Even if it's not Zeus, I would just like to see more of Paris. I love his personality. He's very down to earth. And I checked out some of his social media. I like how he presents himself. He's a people's person. So I really enjoyed that. On Reigns, and now Chase discusses why he did what he did to Corey, and this at this point they're on the sprinter, yo. Let me go back. So now at this point the gentlemen are on the sprinter. I had flashed it on the screen real quick. I'm gonna bring it back up. I was showing y'all what Corey was wearing when I was saying I like people that could just be their authentic self no matter what. And I was saying how even on this show we saw that because Corey was one of the biggest personalities that was himself. He didn't give a damn if he wore men clothes, a bad bitch outfit, a 90s middle schooler outfit. You get what I'm saying? But I'm gonna pull that back up. I'm gonna pull that back up. Oh, we finna get into it. So on the last episode, Corey and Stace ended up getting into it. So they was fighting on the sprinter before they ended up going to the club. Corey ended up swinging on Stace and they fought. So when they got off the sprinter, they was walking into the club. Stace was behind Corey and swung on him, and they got into it at the club a little piece. So they're both still kind of upset about it. At this point, the guys they left the house. They're being told that they're gonna be going on a yacht ride or a boat. It was like a real small yacht. Like, it's really a boat. And so the guys are, separated on their sprinters respectively, like they typically are. And State starts discussing why he did what he did to Corey. And pretty much the guys were like, Stace, when you get drunk, like you be doing a lot. Like you be wanting to fight everybody, you be doing too much stuff. And, all the boys get their points and they pretty much, you know, leave to go do the boat thing. And so Links and Stace, they're discussing about drunk bumping in the club and all of this. And Link's like, I feel like I need an apology. You know how he talks. So he ended up getting his apology, and y'all, I'm looking at Jada energy the whole time. My sis and Links is talking, and Jada is like, it ain't no smile, it ain't no oh, they make like it's giving bitch. Don't touch my nigga. I said, oh, oh. And then how Stace was laughing and looking at Links after they had stopped hugging. I said, oh, child. No, Miss Jada was seeing all of that. Okay. And so long story short, they end up doing that, and then Ara mentions Corey. He asked like, did he still want to fight Stace again? And then Stace was like, he ain't ducking no face, and Corey's pretty much like, he still want to fight. So Landon comes back and he joins some of the guys, and he discusses pretty much him and Pootie. He said Pootie was okay, and he confirmed that yes, his jaw was broken. He had to have surgery. And then on the other sprinter, Island Boy asked Shotty if Pootie Lander comes back, is it still up? And Shotty like, hell yeah. And then Aura ass play too fucking much. Aura ass pop up. This motherfucker, he talk about some. And then, yeah, Landon might want to get that for his baby father, his girlfriend, whatever the fuck he is. I said, this boy is crazy as fuck. He's from the DMV, so you know I love anybody from home for real, for real. I mean, if they too fucked up, I don't know. I gotta check that nigga genealogy. He might not be from where I'm from. Your parents might have came over here. He grew up over here, but I don't know if that nigga is from where I'm from. Like an Anthony Hamilton song. Coming from where I'm from. I can't verify that, okay? So, anyway, long story short, they end up talking about it. They still talking about it, whatever, whatever. And so, Landon is on the other, side, and he basically telling the guys like Pootie and him went through each other's phones, and they messed up them people hotel. And then he said, they broke up, but it's still up behind Pootie. And so Adonis asked Corey, do he still need that with Stace? And he like, yeah. And so they voiced that they don't think that Jada will jump in because a lot of them was like, oh, do you think Jada gonna jump in for Stace and this, that, that, this? And everybody pretty much like, nah, Jada really ain't like that. Like, if he sees Stace don't want to fight and somebody's still pressing, like, yeah, he'll jump in. But other than that, like, no, we don't think that. So Aubrey expresses like he has some pain behind getting injured when him and Adonis fought. And y'all, I swear that was crocodile like tears. Like, I don't know. I feel bad if he was crying for real, but I don't feel like he was crying for real. I wasn't laughing like how Jada was gagged, how other people was like laughing. I didn't laugh, but I felt like he wasn't crying for real. And then you see Island Boy trying to encourage Banga and tell him you don't have to fight all the time to be a bad boy. So you can see Island Boy try to come on and kind of be like the big brother figure to like the younger guys and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna lie, I can appreciate seeing that side of Island Boy instead of him wanting to fight all the time, like the fact that like he'll still get in the paint, but he actually tries to encourage the boys. He tried to resolve stuff. Like he did his little messy shit when he first came in, but ever since then, like he really tried to mediate. He really tried to like just get everybody to calm down and whatever. Like you don't really see him initiating anything. So I kind of appreciate seeing that side of Island Boy. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but I noticed that. So I was like, okay, I can appreciate that. So then it goes to John. And then John is talking about him wanting to still fight Stace, y'all. You know how everybody feel about this. At this point, I ain't gonna lie. At first, I felt like John was DL when he was on Love Cabin. But then when he came on this show, I don't know if it's because like he was around so many like openly gay men. Like I kind of was like, okay, I don't know if this nigga gay for real now because these niggas is gay. And then how John was acting, but then it's certain stuff that John doing is like a man that's straight, that's comfortable in their sexuality, like they can be around gay men, they don't bother them at all. Like I know that, but it's like John do still be. I side eye him just a little bit. Oh, thank you so much, babe. You sent me a cash out. Shout out to ᗷᗩEeᔕ. Thank you so very much, baby, for supporting me tonight. Oh, thank you. I just saw it. Shout out to ᗷᗩEeᔕ for supporting the kid that tonight. Oh, thank you so much, my love. All right, so let's get back into this, y'all, because we almost an hour and 30 minutes in. We still got to do Baddies Chapter 2, y'all. So let me go ahead and wrap this on up. Let's go ahead and finish this up. So Mo City ends up joining the cast. and he meets with Shamarko and Prince, and then he tells Shamarko to clock that tea, and I'm like, ooh, because he real big on like downplaying a man for being bisexual or gay. Like he seems like homophobic, but it's like I don't know why he always has to like make it known he's uncomfortable. Like he kind of make it seem like he uncomfortable around gay men. Like, do that make sense? Like even his comment he made to that man at the audition, like that was very like insensitive and nasty. So it's stuff like that that I just be like, what the excuse me, y'all. So anyway, most city joins the cast. He meet with Shamarko Prince. He tell Shamarko clock that tea, and the cast ends up meeting the guys on the boat. And then everybody pretty much spread out to the parts of the boat they want to be on. And so the guys talk to Landon, and they happy he's back. And Shotty and Shamar and Stace, they basically go to Landon and the other guys because they was in the back. Let me put it like, all right, let me get y'all the rundown. So initially they was in the back of the boat with Most City and everybody talking or whatever like that. But then Shotty, he overhears Landon talking, so he wants to be nosy and messy. And so he decides he wants to go to the part of the boat where Landon and the other guys are. Okay. I hope that clarified that. So Say, Shamar, Shadi, they go back there. They get into the conversation. Landon admits Pootie was wrong, but like he said, he taking up for his partner, and then they started discussing the jump. And then it cut into the other scene where Mo City is like asking everyone like what happened so far, and Jada updates Mo on everything. So at this point, Mo, he's finally getting a confessional, like after being introduced, and he's like, "Oh, I peeped that there is a separation between the house, but it's cool." And so then it pans back into Shotty, and Shotty's pretty much going off about Pootie doing what he did, and Shotty was like, "That's fucked up because I cut you and Pootie hair, and I ain't been nothing but nice to y'all." And then you know. Landon pretty much said like, yeah, Pootie was wrong, but I'm gonna have Pootie back, right or wrong. But if he wrong, I'm still gonna tell him wrong on the back end. But I'm gonna have his publicly, right or wrong, I'm gonna have his back. And like that's one thing about loyalty. A lot of people don't understand. Like there's different levels of loyalty. Like it's possible that somebody can literally sit up here and they will. I'm like that. Like I'm gonna hold somebody I love accountable on the back and let them know, hey, this fucked up. I don't, this ain't cool. Da 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 da. People grown as fuck though. You get what I'm saying? So once I see that somebody don't give a fuck about my advice or what I said to them, respectfully, cool. I'm gonna fall back. I don't want to be a part of nothing that's gonna be surrounding that particular situation anymore. Because now I feel like you don't give a fuck about my opinion. You're not looking at how this could affect you, how this can affect the situation. Like you get what I'm saying? It gets to a point where it's like that's not cool. That's not okay. So I understand, like, you get what I'm saying, taking up for somebody and being there for them, and on the back end, I'm gonna hold you accountable. But what happened when the bitch know that you gonna keep being there and they never take accountability? Now you staying in some shit that you ain't got nothing to do with. That's how people get themselves involved in shit that don't got nothing to do with them. It don't always be a relationship. It be friendships, it could be family, it could be at work, it could be any motherfucking thing. Some shit that don't got to do with you. If you overly involve yourself, it gets to a point where you gotta accept whatever that comes with it. If you the type of person where okay, I'm gonna have your back on the back end, I'm gonna tell you, hey, da 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 da, motherfucker, you don't want to listen? Okay, cool. I love you. I fuck with you, but I'm don't next time, motherfucker, whatever, whatever. I don't want to hear it. Don't talk to me about it. You get what I'm saying? So that's why, in a way, I understand what Shotty said too, because it's like, he wrong. Why the fuck would you even sit up here and try to catch the fade for him, saying because he drunk? Like, the nigga still jumped in while you was fighting me. The fuck? So, right, it's not okay. So, Shotty had a right. He was going off. And like he said, he felt like Pootie was trying to humiliate him or belittle him. And so that was just, I feel sorry because I feel like Shotty went through a lot on this season, but he definitely stood his ground. He ain't let nobody run him off. And like he kept saying, ain't nobody finna make me leave. I ain't going nowhere. He stood on that shit. And Shotty did stay. And I think he deserves a lot of credit for the fact that he said exactly what the fuck he said. He wasn't going nowhere. He stayed. No matter if his hand was hurt, if his lip was busted, if his eye was swollen fat, he still decided to do what? Hang in the paint. So shout out to Shotty, man. So pretty much, um, Landon said he don't have a problem with Shotty, and they content, and the boys pretty much let it go. Y'all, here go ᗷᗩEeᔕ. I want you to beat that fat motherfucker. This ᗷᗩEeᔕ, y'all. That thick neck motherfucker. I want you to beat that motherfucker. I said, oh my God, his ass. If he don't sit his little ass down, his little angry ass. ᗷᗩEeᔕ is trying to push Mo to fight Adonis. And then Prince come into a confessional where he pretty much touching on Mo and Adonis for a year long. This shit is 4 years long, y'all. So Ara says he wants Mo to beat up Adonis because he didn't appreciate him saying that he was on drugs and then, injuring him when they had their altercation. And it's like, Ara, okay, even if you ain't on drugs, because I know some niggas that really got a lot of energy and they be doing a lot. So, like, I know, like, it's some niggas that really don't be on nothing, but they just got a lot of energy like that. Like, I don't know what that is. But whether if he was on drugs or not, like, why the fuck is you going around telling this man business? So, look, yeah, I'm finna pull this up. I'm fucking screaming.
Grating voice.
Y'all hear?
And now I want to sit back and relax and enjoy my evening. When all of a sudden I hear this agitating, grating voice. And now I want to sit back and relax and enjoy my evening. When all of a sudden I hear this agitating, grating voice. And now
Yeah. Our ass was on one. He did not give a fuck. When I say he just kept trying to antagonize Adonis, trying to get Mo to fight Adonis. It was just like, bro, what is you on? Like, he was on that. Like, he wanted Adonis to get beat up so bad. And so, anyway, Corey ends up asking Stace, does he need that again because of the incident the night before? And Island Boy gets on Corey, y'all, for doing too much. And Corey is arguing back with Island Boy. That Island Boy turned to him. Like when your daddy, somebody, like your uncle, somebody, don't play with your ass. They cuss your ass out, tell you something, and you call yourself trying to attitude, and then they swing that leg and they turn like who, and then you get yourself together real quick. When I tell y'all, it was giving that with Corey. When Corey calmed the fuck down so quick, that's all he knew. He must have knew Island Boy was gonna knock his ass something loose. So he ended up calming down, and since the Corey agreed that yeah, they still wanted that. So Aura come and start roasting Adonis. That's that clip I pretty much just showed y'all where Aura came around the corner and was cussing Adonis out and roasting him. And Adonis was just sitting there just chilling. And so it gets to the point where oh y'all, and then you hear Shamarko talk about some what's going on. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was so motherfucking pissy. I was like, what the fuck is going on? All this background shit going on, Shamarko, and yeah, like I'm like, what is going on?
What the hell? This like at this point they added certain people just to be funny. I'm telling y'all that shit there. I was like, what the fuck? So Shamarko on the back tell us on what's going on. Then Mo City said he know Aubrey wants him to fight Adonis, but pretty much he gonna do it on his terms. And so the comments Mo made at those auditions that I just brought up to y'all a little bit ago came up and he pretty much addressed it. I think he addressed it correctly. Like he said, he wasn't really educated on how to approach certain things with the community and he didn't know, how it affect things. So I think he addressed that appropriately. I ain't even gonna go deep on that. Yeah, as soon as the man said that, he'll go, Aura, you need to beat that motherfucking big ass nigga Adonis. I said, oh my God, Aura, please. So Aura's still trying to get him to fight Adonis. And Mo said, pretty much he dropped it when him and Adonis met with each other and he addressed him and Adonis was like he was just doing the shit for TV, but he kept going. So Mo was like, it's whatever now, but I ain't stressed now. I want a new nigga that's on that. Like I'm looking for some new fish. And so I was still trying to persuade Mo to fight. And that's pretty much how that ends. So the day passed, it's nighttime now, all the guys relaxing. Links done jumped into the water with his crazy ass. Everybody they vibing, they doing their thing. John talking about all they needed was some bad bitches and some I don't know what some is, but some bad bitches and some blunt. But he said that's all they needed. Even though majority of the niggas on the boat don't like women. Some of them do. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what people like no more. I don't care, but on that boat, I just assume. So. But anyway, so again, everybody is vibing. So they end up leaving the boat. The guys are walking up, and they kind of form like this circle, making it clear something about to go down. So Shamara is standing in the circle, y'all. That shit took me out. I'm like, why the fuck? Why they got Shamar standing in the circle like he finna fade somebody? So I'm dying laughing. So he ends up getting into it. They get into it. Not Shamar, but Stays. He ends up kicking the fuck out of Corey. And then Corey starts spazzing and shaking on the ground in front of everybody. And so everybody is like shocked as fuck. And then Stacey says, now stop fuck you with me. I told y'all leave me the fuck alone and da 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 da. And I'm just watching Corey season up while these people trying to get this man season up in this skirt on the ground, stable. Like that shit was crazy. Like I was like, oh my God. And so you see Natalie come up and she's spazzing on everybody and she basically telling the OGs and the other niggas like, y'all need to say how that shit wasn't cool. And you see Island Boy come and get on stage. Pretty much everybody coming to get on stage and he don't really care about it. And that's pretty much how that episode ended, y'all. Like I was like, oh my God. So child, the bad boys had to go on. Do y'all even want all these chapters for real? I think I can run through them real quick. We got a good 22 minutes left. I think we can squeeze it in. I'm gonna stretch the time out good enough. Let's finish strong. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and pull some shit up for y'all. I had some other clips I was gonna show y'all, but I didn't want to overwhelm y'all. Give me 1 minute. Mhm. Oh shit. All right. All right, let's get into it, y'all. We about to go ahead and finish out strong. We about to go ahead and finish out the Baddies Chapter 2 review with the last episode.
Remember, we do got some new episodes coming this Sunday, so I will be reviewing again. I will be dropping the episodes separately, and then maybe we could do just a little chop up live where we go over everything. But next one is going to be a little shorter than this because you'll be able to have the episodes. Um, you'll be able to have the videos individually, so that way it won't be everything compacted in the one. But I just wanted to come spend time with y'all. I missed y'all. All right, now Baddies Chapter 2 it starts up with Tavy and Pressure. Y'all, this shit is so funny, but let's get real for real. Let's be some adults. Let's go ahead. I need the girlfriends to come to the front. Homeboys, we just had our conversation. I gave y'all time with bad boys. Come on, my baddies. Watchers. Chapter 2ers. I need all the girlfriends and my babes to come to the front. Now, y'all, Pressure said she was 36 and Tavy said she was 36. This is allegedly, this is what they have said in previous and prior, lives or whatever the case may be. So both of these women are 36 years old. The episode is starting up with two 36-year-old women that have children. Don't get me wrong, because I'm not 36 yet, but I'm in my 30s, but I'm not 36 yet. But the fact that these are two 36-year-old women, right? And this argument is because Tavy feels like Pressure said something about her child, and I'm a Taurus just like Tavy. And I also don't play about my kids. How Tavy giving it up. Difference is like when it comes to my baby, I wouldn't give a fuck if it was security or whatever there. Like if I need to get me a bitch, I'm gonna get me a bitch. Then I'm not also working around no bitch that says something about my kids. So I'm a little bit different. I don't give a fuck what the chat looking like. So I've been offered a many opportunities that I said no to that I know a lot of people say I'm dumb as fuck for passing down. But hey, at the end of the day, as long as I got my morals, my integrities, and I can say I ain't never had to sell no ass, no soul, or nothing else, I'm cool with that. All right? So yeah. So these two women is fighting each other. Tavy be tearing Pressure ass up. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy seeing Tavy clocking Pressure and Pressure do that head back thing when she throw her head back. That's how I know she do a mean dog. Oh Lord, I'm not trying to go off track, and please forgive me for what I'm saying. But that girl, the way that girl throw her head back and she be fighting, and then she form all those double rolls, how she throw her head back. And Tavy be tearing her ass up. Girl, your neck can't go back no more, girl. You done formed four goddamn layers of skin under your chin. Y'all, I be dying laughing. Tavy be tearing Pressure big tall ass up. So they end up arguing and they going back and forth. And I'm listening to they arguing. Pressure told me, so, oh, you didn't want to watch me leave out of here, pretty babe. That's all it is, babe. You're mad. You're mad because you can't look like this. You can't sound like this, Tavy. I know my voice raspy, yo. I'm like, Tavy, that's not the comeback you supposed to fucking say it. Like, now I'm getting mad at Tavy. I'm like, I know you ain't that motherfucking old now. Like, come on, Tavy. He's like, I know my voice raspy, yo. That's not what you're supposed to say. You's a bitch. I never want to sound like any bitch. Y'all see who I sound like. Hoes comparing my voice to some of the greatest, bitch. You around here just like you're supposed to eat that or what? What the fuck you saying? My voice raspy. I said, oh Lord, they got this. I don't know. Tavy might not be 36, y'all. She might be. She might have crossed over the four zeros. I don't know. She not. I don't know. Her roast game don't be on point. Her hand game be on point. She fight like she had to fight like a motherfucker in the 80s and the 90s. She definitely get that. But ain't no way, man. Ain't no way. But it kind of upset me a little bit because it's nothing wrong with fighting. Because please believe, if I ever have to get out there for whatever reason, justified, keyword justified. That means
Not because the bitch said something I don't like. Not because the bitch got a different opinion than me. Not because no, we're not fighting over that. Now, if somebody is sitting up here, you speaking on my innocent children, I'm not gonna talk about your children. Bitch, just be ready for whatever that come after you say what you said. That's it. If a bitch touch me, I'm getting you qualified for Social Security disability. Period. Period. If you touch me. All that other shit, y'all better learn how to say some shit to a bitch and hurt a bitch feelings. And if a bitch can't handle what somebody say, then you probably don't need to be saying shit or fucking with that person. But see, this internet shit is atrocious because you got motherfuckers on here that got mouths like a motherfucker and everybody can't handle that. So people start fucking with people that they don't need to be fucking with. Then when them people saying some shit that a motherfucker can't handle, now everybody is in the uproar. Pick your battles, people. And that's why I feel like motherfuckers need to know how to pick their battles. So, long story short, like I said, I feel like they should be able to show how mature baddie handles things. We clearly have some women that's in their 30s, and we have some of these girls that's in their 20s, right? I feel like the girls in their 30s should be able to have some type of wisdom or something they can impart to the younger girls. I feel like I could expect the younger girls to be fighting in the club or acting out in public, but I should not expect to see anybody 32 and up acting like that. You get what I'm saying? I feel like they should be able to handle things as older women better and know how to conduct themselves to be the example. But they can still show like I can get busy if I need to. Like if I need to slide some shit, if I need to mount somebody rolled up with a bitch, I don't have a problem with doing it. If I need to sweep some shit up real quick, I can provide that. Like that type of energy. But not to sit up there to prove a point to show like you still out there. You just like the young ones. You still can hang with the best of the best of them. It's 30-some-year-old women getting beat up by 22-year-olds. What the fuck is we doing? You shouldn't be talking shit to these little ass girls if you know they can whip your ass. Even if you got hands and you know that you can run your bit, well, these is little girls. They still don't understand a lot of things and their mindset is a lot different. Like, how that make you look? So again, I ain't justifying that shit, but I'm just saying who gonna be when the baddie's gonna have some older women that's gonna actually be able to show some shit. You get what I'm saying? So it was like I feel like the older women like Rolly, Natalie, um, who else? Um, but Ciroc, you can tell Ciroc is in her 30s. Ciroc, Tommy, like I just mentioned, Tavy, Pressure. That's already a lot of females that's over 30 on the show. Tasiki, Dolly. Look how many people I just named, y'all, that are in their 30s and doing shit that the 20 something year olds is doing. Some are just turned 30 this year. So it's like, yeah, still show that you can get out there, still let a bitch know not to play with you, but be able to show something, be able to guide something like what can you show them that they don't already know? What experience can you pass down to them that they may not be fond of? I think if baddies would go any direction, that's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to have the older ladies pretty much like being mentors to the younger girls and showing them how to boss up, especially if they've been put in some position or certain positions or opportunities, or even if they just got on here and this their first opportunity. Bring on baddies that actually got some shit to show for businesses. Yeah, the music is cool, but what else can it? Where the designers? Where's the bitches that know how to make clothes? Excuse me, not bitches. Where's the queens that know how to make
clothes. There's a difference between a bitch and a queen. So, well, we don't need no bitches that make clothes. Where's the queens that know how to make clothes? Where's the queens that do hair? Where's the queens that do nails, makeup, know how to do some business stuff, have some type of educational background that actually can turn into a real career? You get what I'm saying? So, like, that was just kind of like, child, they went ahead and did whatever they did. Tammy threw her shit. You hear some lady in the back, stop throwing stuff. Tammy like, no, man, she talk about my kid, your own kid. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, Tammy, please. Don't leave Tammy alone. Let her throw that girl shit. Please, just let it go. Please, Tammy mad, y'all. I keep calling her DMX. Now her ass shape shifted to that nigga. Y'all gonna be scared. Y'all leave her the fuck alone. Shit. Okay. So anyway, oh yeah, and then also the topic about kids. Like I don't care who the fuck it is. Stop talking about people kids. I don't give a fuck if it's on the show. I'm talking about minor children. I ain't talking about grown kids. Because if they grown, they can speak up for their motherfucking stuff too. They know how to tell the bitch don't talk about my mama if they don't want nobody to talk about their mama. They know how to tell us I don't talk about my daddy. They don't want nobody to talk about their daddy. I'm talking about the babies that's still being provided for by their parents that are babies, minors, kids, preteens, teens. Stop talking about people's children. That shit is disgusting. And I respect the baddies that don't showcase their kids and don't advertise their kids on social media, not because they don't want people to know their kids or they're ashamed of their kids, but understanding that's the best protection you can provide your children is not putting them on social media, especially when you're on it. There's some sick people out here and there's some people that's weird and there's people that will do stuff just to try to get a rise out of you. They need to stop that shit, and I mean what I said. And that shit go everywhere. Like people need to stop talking about people's kids. Because if they talk about my kids, somebody whole bloodline gonna drop. Period. Just saying what I said, and I don't take it back. So then they go to the next scene. Bahati, E.T., Meek, TT, and Emery. They all end up meeting up at this place called Poor Minds, y'all. It's supposed to be like some little bar or something like that, I guess. And it was like a cute aesthetic. I liked it. And TT and Emery came dressed up to look nice. Nick came dressed to fight, y'all. Clear as day. Bahati came dressed like Bahati. Like her confessional looks be some of her confessional looks be cute, but pretty much on the show, I don't know who be dressing Bahati. But anyway, long story short, ET acting like, she trying to set up a meeting. She want the girls to talk. And I'm gonna be honest, I feel like ET is not being authentic. I feel like she's trying to solidify herself as one of the possible future baddie OGs. But I think her approach was messy as fuck, even though it shows she had the potential to mediate everything successfully because you could tell the girls respected her enough where they wasn't going like just do anything. Like she controlled the conversation, she controlled the room. But by her saying like, "Now, if y'all want to fight, I love a good fight." Like, why introduce that? You basically just told the girls like, y'all expected to fight this scene. And I think this is the reason why so many people that like what baddies could potentially be if it wasn't so much fighting and they actually offered more of what the girls could showcase, whether it be them in the studio, whether it be them walking the runway, whether if it be them, at a radio, or if they're vendors, whatever their products is. Some of them got shapewear, some of them got cosmetic lines. Like show a day these baddies in the life of their day actually doing something. Some of them that got shows to perform. Like baddies could actually spread out to be something different where y'all could literally just film these girls or a set of girls or the most requested girls, showcase them
and create a show out of that. And then you get what I'm saying, bring everybody together. If somebody got some authentic beef, let them handle it. If there's no authentic beef, everybody making money. Like, let the baddies go wild shit be for the fighting. And let baddies actually show, like, baddies going wild elevating two baddies, not they both doing the same shit. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I look at it. It could possibly be. And I feel like ET, she dropped the ball because you already haven't been entertaining. You already haven't been doing much. You lost your hands. I don't know if you left them bitches back in California before y'all went to the first city or what was going on. I don't know if you had to order some new ones or what's going on, but ET, you ain't giving it up like how you used to, mama. No personality, not fun, not doing no nothing with your face for real. Jump sets being had when you running your phase 101 a week. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and I like ET, but it's just like I don't like what you giving up this season. So that's how I felt about that. Now, I believe Hot Bahati was being loyal to Neat because he really doesn't like the Baddies Gone Wildcats. And I think, like, at the beginning when they initially went and did their opening, um, when they did their opening, what will I say? When they did their opening, episodes, and all the clips pretty much was linked up, and okay, da 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 da. They tried to make amends, but you can tell Bahati really don't fuck with them like that. And so, you can see that she chose her loyalty to Neat over the Betty Gone Wildcats. And yeah, Emery just been getting tore up this season. I feel like Emery was wrong. I feel like Neat was wrong too. I feel like Emery understand what Neat meant, but Neat knows why TT and Emery has issues, even though she be playing lost sometimes. Because to be honest, like Emery, you understood that Neat was trying to get her friend wig. So you get what I'm saying? Like if you know that she was trying to be a good friend to her friend, you should have just let the girl get the wig. You get what I'm saying? Like I ain't got no problem with this girl. I'ma just give her the wig. You get what I'm saying? You know they clearly friends. So by you playing tug of war with the wig, like, okay, Nick swung on your ass. She like, bitch, give me the wig. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, she was wrong, but you knew what that was gonna lead to. That's what I'm saying. Like, they be doing this little weird shit, playing mind games. There's a lot of con artists and manipulation shit going on. And yes, like, and those are some terrible characteristics to have because these girls learning this shit, these gotta be somebody wives and mothers and sisters and aunties and stuff. What if some of these women don't end up being healed? Or they end up getting worse than what they is. There's not no good qualities to goddamn have and send somebody out in the world with. So, anyway, they all got into it. They was fighting. Nick tore Emery ass up. They was holding. It was a lot going on, y'all. Then, child, that was a lot. Let's go to the next part. So then the next scene comes in is Amber, Summer, and Tommy. And I feel like this was a filler scene for real. I feel like Amber should understand why phony ass Mariah did what she did. I do not like Mariah. I don't think a lot of people like her, but I really don't like her. Like I can recognize when somebody it's just giving like no, I really don't like her. I really don't. It's like everything about pick me, fake, phony, victim, do shit with intentions. Like that's a dangerous type of motherfucker to have around you. And if she want to be around a lot of black people, y'all fuck around, get cased up if y'all want to. She ain't even skin folk. Y'all play dangerous games, and there ain't nothing wrong with hanging around people that's not the same ethnicity or color or whatever the case is. But when you hanging around somebody that don't understand your struggles. They only identify with your struggles from what's presented. And then if some shit go down, you gonna be fucked up. They not. That shit hit different. So I don't like people like Mariah who do shit like that. Even if you is skin folk, bitch, you could be Wesley Snipes color or you could be Faith Evans color. I wouldn't give a fuck. If you sit up here and you got qualities where you do shit like that, I can't be fucked up with somebody like that. And so Mariah, I had had DM'd Amber years ago and had sent her some encouraging messages or some shit like that. She was like, Mariah, why would you do that? Girl, you know why she did that. She did that shit for Tasiki. You know, she eats Tasiki ass. I'm not saying literally. I'm not saying they freaky and that's what they be doing in their spare time. What I'm saying is Mariah, ever since she seen Marsh and what's that girl, Marsh, and what was the other girl name? Damn, I don't remember the other girl, but the other girl in Mars, remember when they had jumped Tasiki or whatever, and Tasiki went to get her fight, and Mariah jumped in that shit? Mariah, you knew what you did that time. That was your way of trying to prove to Tasiki that you could be loyal and you worthy enough to be around her and be considered a friend and eventually earn that sis title. Bitch, you plotted that shit from way long ago. I've been seeing the plot. You're not slick. So it was just like, Amber, you know exactly the reason why she did what she did to you. And you know she did that because her loyalty is gonna be to Tasiki because bitch, who the fuck is you to her when she called Tasiki her sister. So I feel like Amber kind of like acting like she don't understand why Mariah couldn't be her own self. Mariah has never been herself since she's been on TV. She's cosplayed and been everything but. So anyway, um, and then, oh, she said that she want to fight Tasiki again. So Summer and Tommy, they laughing about it. Then Tree was mentioned, and they talk about how Tree fought Summer. And then they was like, so you gonna fight Tree? And Summer was like, girl, I hope not. And I was busting out laughing because you could tell Summer meant that shit. She did not want Tree to touch her ass again. So Tree must have lit her ass out, okay? And so then Amber said she wanted an update because Summer and Tommy was like, oh, you know, we gotta go meet with, you know, some of the girls later. We gotta have a meeting. Y'all, I don't know why it was disturbed, but Tommy was there getting that IV drip because she's like she's scared of needles. But y'all like, ain't no way Champagne have her be looking like that. Either she high or she drunk. I don't know what the hell is going on. But she and then they talk about the IV drips, and all I can think is about is when they talk about the IV drips with Diddy, y'all. I said, "Oh Lord, this is something in the IV drips. Please take it away, Lord. They poisoning their stuff, but they don't know what they're doing. Please fix it. What are you doing? I know I'm not supposed to question. Please, they down here doing some strange things. Please, y'all. Ooh." So she up there getting stuck up in her arm with her head, eyes rolling all through her head, smiling and shit. What the heck is going on Zeus, y'all? What is this? So, child, they end up saying they want to update and everything. So, ever since you want to update, and they're gonna meet at the house later. So, this is the scene coming up that we're about to talk about that has the whole internet on the Zeusosphere, I'll say, in the Zeusosphere. Everybody's upset about this Biggie situation. Everybody feel like it's a setup. Now, I don't care what nobody said. Biggie was set up here. I already said I don't like Mariah, and y'all could clearly see why I said that. Mariah came in. You could tell that shit was a setup, and Mariah's job was to start with Biggie to get Biggie upset and start tripping and you get what I'm saying, acting out of character and everything. So by the time Rocky and Tasiki and all them got there, it could justify the fight. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I saw the plot. Mariah got upset when Biggie was ignoring that shit because again, she know how Mariah do. So she was doing right ignoring Mariah, and Mariah was getting mad because she wasn't able to just sit up here and manipulate that situation how she wanted to. So as soon as Tasiki and them get there, you're not getting no more of my coins, you dumb bitch, or whatever she said to Biggie. And I'm like, why is all that called for? Like, damn, how y'all go from sister and all of this to dumb bitch and all of that? And I'm just like, damn, is they cool? Like, what the fuck is going on? It was just really weird. And so then when they like, oh, we going outside, and she's like, oh, I got us food. Then she don't order salad. So it's like, y'all, it was a lot of shit going on that you can tell was meant to antagonize Biggie to get her to act out of character so they could justify whatever it was that they wanted to happen. And I feel like Rocky is really looking for a moment. So she took on, oh, I'll go ahead and I'll be the one to swing on Biggie. Because you can tell Tay Tay really didn't want to do it because she was sitting next to Mariah. So I felt like that was really weird because Tasiki should have been sitting between Rocky and Biggie, if anything. You get what I'm saying? Especially if Tasiki said she knew that it was tension and Rocky and them felt the same way that Mariah allegedly felt. Why wouldn't you sit on the corner in between both individuals? So if the event if something did pop off, you could be in the middle and you know that they're gonna sit up here and fight you. So that would give both parties a fair chance to get up and square up if they needed to catch that fair one. And so I don't care what nobody says. She was definitely set up, period. Mariah tried to do her little one and she failed. She couldn't set up the plot quick enough. They ended up getting there, tried to antagonize this girl again with the salad situation, and then turned around and did what? Still ended up swinging on the girl. So Rocky is weak as fuck, and she should not have been casted at all as an outsider. Because I saw on one of her social media where I guess she had screenshotted an email or something where they told her that she had been casted or whatever. But I'm like, okay, bitch, you wasn't on the official flyer while you was casted, and the only way you could be shown is as to see the outsider friend. Bitch, you wasn't even worth a bubble on the cast list. The fuck? So it just kind of like for me, it was like I don't really. You know what I'm saying? Treve ain't got no motherfucking no confessionals or nothing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I understand the situation. If it's somebody that done got casted through Zeus and they're role playing the outsider role, y'all need to just say that shit. Because Tommy really bringing outsiders. Y'all need to emphasize this shit because the way y'all doing it to draw storylines is causing shit to be like weird. And if that would have just been understood from the get go that this girl is on the cast, it would have been clear for people to know, okay, well, this bitch trying to start a storyline with me. She not an outsider trying to get on. The bitch is already on. But she need a storyline to be relevant to stay on. That's my whole problem. And so that was the setup. She weak as fuck. Don't like Rocky. Tasiki, that was foul as fuck. I don't care for how that situation was handled. And even if you didn't set the situation up, if you knew some shit was possible to go down and then you didn't try to prevent it, or you didn't try to mediate the situation or put yourself in a position where you can stop it in the event because you know both parties respect you enough to listen or to at least not to do certain stuff if you're there, then yeah, that's the setup. Period. So after that, Stunner Girl and Natalie have a little filler scene. That shit was lame as fuck. Natalie trying to get Stunner to basically, come be around the girls more, and Stunner pretty much like cut that check. Stunner know that Avery gonna want that ass. You know what you did to that girl when you jumped that girl, and you know if Ivory catch your ass, she gonna light your ass up. You know that. That's why Stunner don't want to come on that cast. if Stunner didn't have any issues with anybody on the cast, I guarantee you that girl would have been around everybody. Because she would have been wanting to give looks. You get what I'm saying? Everything. Like she would have been PC'd up. But if she knew she ain't had nobody to mess with her, she would have been chilling with the PC, getting a bigger bag. You get what I'm saying? But she knew what it was, and that's why she made sure she only came to do her music performances, and she did. So I was like, that was just they could have saved that. Then the next scene was Tinka, Cold Killer, Dolly, Ivory, and Summer and Fauna. This is the most exciting part of the episode. At this point, you know, Tinka is saying something, Cold Killer coming. She's like, what? What? Fuck? Huh? I'm like, oh Lord, here she go with her eye. And it's just like it blow me with Cold Killer because it's like, yeah, you got a right to pop your shit and talk your shit, but you know you saying stuff that's gonna make this girl want to hit your ass, and you know you can't fight, you know she can't touch you. And my whole thing is I don't like how they body shame so much because Tinka is a very thick, curvy girl. Like I'm a thick, curvy girl too, so it's like that's fucked up because I don't consider myself no big fat bitch, and Tika is not no big fat bitch. Like she just thick as fucking the thighs. She got butt. She got hips. You get what I'm saying? She got little chest. She ain't got. I got a lot of chest. You get what I'm saying? So it's like a girl is not fat just because she thicker than you, girl. You had to go get your body done, and your shit look crazy. You look like a wisdom tooth. Tinker body is natural. So it's like shit like that be weird, and I didn't care for that. And I like Tinker. I know people be like, "Oh, Tinker be doing too much and this and that." That's her personality. Is she a jokester? That's what she is. That's her. Period. This bitch is on here that do worse, and y'all like them. So it is what it is. And so anyway, they end up having their love fuzz, and then everything settled down. And so pretty much, we know Tinker and Cold Killer still want that. And then Dolly and Ivory had a conversation, and they both pretty much like they content with what they did. And Ivory like I felt like I did what I had to do. And Dolly popping her shit too. I love me some Ivory and I love me some Dolly when Dolly don't be on that fuck shit. I love me some Dolly. Shit she did on Africa, I don't know. But you know how Dolly was this season and last season. I fuck with Dolly. I really like Dolly as a person. I think she just I don't know what the hell was going on in Africa, but I like Dolly. And she funny as fuck. If y'all really catch a lot of the shit she be saying in the back, I be dying, y'all. So her and Ivory pretty much said, like, you know, they pretty much done with all the beef shit. You know what I'm saying? They felt like they did their bit was they good. Then we get to Lex and Fauna. I think I said Summer and Fauna earlier. I'm sorry, y'all. I meant to say Lex. So then we get to Lex and Fauna. Yeah. So they get into it. Lex like, I don't like that bitch. Fauna like, I don't like you either. So she's like, bitch, you had mates, da 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 da. And then Fauna's like, and so I'm like, oh my God. And y'all know a lot of people was like, oh, Lex was lying. She can't take an L, this, that, that, this. So imagine people calling you a liar, making you feel bad. You know that you're not lying. You get what I'm saying? And then this person all of a sudden just admitted, like randomly, like nonchalant, like, okay, and what, bitch? Like, you get what I'm saying? When I say Lex tore her ass up in that corner, y'all, yeah. When I say folded her ass up like a comforter, like a fucking air mattress when you putting it back in the bag, and some Martins, folded her ass up over there in that little chair. I said, "Oh my God!" I had to put both of my hands over my mouth. Felt like my hands was shaking. I said, "Oh, Lex, please." Lex was like her ass up in that chair. Then Dolly ass and put her foot out and then made Fauna trip. And now Fauna want that with Dolly. Man, when I tell you that shit was so funny. So they fight and they getting into it. Dolly take Lex necklaces off, and I like how even though the whole situation with Summer happened, like they still have their friendship no matter what, and I like that too. And so they run another round. Let's just tear her ass up. It's just blood all over the damn mouth guard. Like, girl, at least take the damn. I don't know what the fuck you put that shit in your nose and then the other part to go on your mouth. Like both of them bitches bloody. You don't put that shit in for her to just merge that bitch with your nostril and your gum line. Girl, I don't even know what you thought you were protecting. The laser took your ass up and through them. So they end up fighting and everything. That shit end up ending, and it is what it is. And then the last thing was pretty much Summer, Tommy, Dolly, and Lex. And I ain't even gonna lie, Summer is delusional a little bit. Like I like Summer at times, but it's times where it's just like that shit delusional, and people justifying that shit is crazy too. And I don't like how people were saying like Dolly shit has said Summer don't know when to stop. And I don't think people understood. Like she wasn't saying like Summer, you don't know when to stop. Like Summer take it too far as the shit that come out her mouth. She was saying it as far as a person that used to be your friend, somebody that used to be close to you, a person that used to look out like we was real close. Like you should never want to take it that far with me like you would do with a bitch that you don't like. And I think that's more what it was. I think it was more so before they even got to the point where they fought, before it even got like that, like Lex and Dolly was really giving Summer a lot of grace and was really just trying to understand like what Summer was gonna be on before they even made any decision. So the fact that, Summer was still sitting up here saying little stuff, antagonizing them and this and that, like I understand what Dolly say, and I think some people do understand, but some people don't have comprehension skills. So they're like, oh, Dolly can't say nothing. She was doing horse shit and this and that. Okay, there was that bitches that she didn't like. She said that somebody that I was friends with, once we no longer understood each other, was on the same page, it's still certain lines that shouldn't have been crossed because we didn't cross them first. You did. And so that's why I said I feel like Summer is a little delusional with that. And so anyway, let's address Tommy for the outsiders. And Tommy was scared as always and not willing to run no state. And then, she started saying she do free kills and talking about hitting Lex with glass and said that's why she caused shit because she'll go to jail. And here go Jummer. I said Jummer. Summer jumping in again in the conversation. And this is why people like do her the way they do Summer. It's not that Summer can't have a voice or opinion. It's more so like Summer, you jump into shit that's unnecessary, not relevant to you. When it's shit that you could be talking about, you get what I'm saying, that's better suited. So I'm done, y'all. I'm ready to get off of here. I've been kicking it with y'all for 2 hours and almost 20 minutes. I'm so glad that y'all came to sit with me, spread a little love with me, share a little love with me. I appreciate everybody that came through. All of the babes, all of the girlfriends, all of the homeboys, all of the subscribers that came through. I enjoyed y'all. If you are new, please make sure if you are part of Replay Game that you are liking and subscribing. Make sure you touch your notifications on as well so you know when I post, when I go live. I will be having some more content for y'all coming up soon, y'all. I enjoyed y'all so much. I enjoyed you too, babe. I missed y'all. I was like, Lord, I had went missing. I know y'all was trying to figure out what's going on, but I couldn't leave y'all hanging. I had to come back for the babes, the girlfriends, and the homeboys. So this is a wrap, y'all. I want to give a very special shout out to everybody that supported again tonight. Thank you so very much. If you're a Replay Game and you would like to support me as well, you can catch the banner going across below. It does have my Cash App. I appreciate anything that you guys send. It is not requested. It's not demanded, but it is appreciated. I thank all of you again. It's nighttime, y'all. It's 12:37 a.m. I gotta go wash this ass and then go lay down because I got shit to do tomorrow. I love y'all. Have a good night, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.